Warren Buffett once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Work until you die? Well, we're definitely not doing that. And that is why I've created Life of Dividend. Let's get started. Understanding the dividend income ETFs. From Life of Dividend's perspective, this is the way I see the dividend income ETF opportunity. Income ETFs are perfectly and simply defined as being an investment vehicle by which to generate income, just like income stocks, income mutual funds, etc. Now keep in mind, income dividend ETFs are not growth funds. I say again, they are not growth funds. So do not compare a stock growth fund or a mutual growth fund to a dividend income ETF. When you buy an investment vehicle to generate income, the initial investment, just like with the purchase of any vehicle, may depreciate. However, in the case of the stock market, it may fluctuate. It can go up, down, and sideways. None of this matters when it comes to an income investment vehicle. The principal concern of an investment vehicle is to generate income. The most important thing when it comes to income ETFs is the following: the dividend distribution frequency, the dividend distribution per share, the distribution yield, and the ROI, or return on investment. Again, keep in mind that any vehicle you purchase is going to depreciate from the minute you drive it off the dealership lot, and then with each and every mile driven, month over month and year over year, your vehicle will experience depreciation. Let's use the Uber driver business model as a relevant example. And for example, if your investment, let's say you buy a $50,000 vehicle, that's your initial investment. And let's say within 1 year that vehicle may depreciate down to $40,000. That's a $10,000 loss of your initial investment, or even more depending on the vehicle type and so on and so forth. However, if you're looking at the proper things in your income vehicle investment, what is most important is your ROI, or return on your investment, or your return of capital. Dividend distribution, let's say for the sake of this Uber driver income investment, your dividend distribution you receive, as an example, $8,500 a month. The dividend per share or per mile driven, $2 a mile, or $2 is the dividend investment, or what you consider $2 per mile for the month. Okay, the distribution annual yield, if you did this for an entire year, you'd be looking at a 204% distribution annual yield. That's a return on your investment of $102,000 over a 1 year time frame. As you can simply see and should understand that when you make an investment into an investment income generating vehicle, the passive income that is generated far outweighs your initial investment over time. Now, let's look at the same investment example over time. Let's say 4 years. You've got a Ford Explorer here. Let's call her Misty, or MSTY, for example. Your initial investment to purchase this vehicle brand new off the dealer's lot, heck, let's call it the dealer's showroom, is $50,000. Within 4 years, that vehicle may depreciate down to $17,500. Yes, that is a $32,500 loss of your initial investment, or even more depending on the market. However, the great part of this, your ROI, or return on investment. As you see here, for example, total dividend distribution you receive is $102,000 annually. That's every year. Total dividend per share annually is $24 per share. Okay, and that's based on $2 per mile times 51,000 miles a year. And yes, Uber drivers do put those kind of miles on their vehicle because it's not about the miles. It's about generating income. Your distribution yield annually being 816%. I say again, 816%. Well, life of dividends, where do you get that from? Well, you get that from your ROI being $408,000 over a 4-year time frame. So if you take that $408,000 of income that has been generated over 4 years and you divide it by your initial investment of $50,000, you have 816% is what that yields. Now, tell me, how's it looking to you? So as you can see, there's really no need to worry about your initial investment due to the fact that in 1 year, your investment vehicle could potentially generate you $102,000 plus the current market value of your initial investment of $50,000 plus or minus whatever the market deems is the value of your investment. Based on the example used and the investment vehicle's performance, if cashed out in 1 year, for example, passive income generated from your investment vehicle, $102,000 on an annual basis, plus the current market value of your initial investment after 1 year could potentially be, with the $10,000 depreciation, could be $40,000. So your total cash out amount would be $142,000 after 1 year's performance. The ROI on that, return on investment, 284%. That's right. Based on the example used and the investment vehicle's performance over a 4-year time frame, if cashed out after a 4-year time frame, the passive income generated from your investment vehicle, $408,000. The current market value of your initial investment after 4 years, $17,500. So your total cash out could possibly be, after 4 years, $425,500 for a return on investment of 851% in 4 years. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks like a whole lot of growth to me. So now, just apply this mindset to your dividend income ETF investment and look at it through the proper lens.